the first round challenge cup tie between Wigan and Bradford Northern. Look at the state of that pitch, and it has been tight on that mud bath at Central Park. Wigan lead 2-0 at half-time. Details come from Ray French.
Thank you, Steve, and you might well mention the state of that pitch. Very, very heavy, and just the 2-point lead to Wigan, just a solitary penalty goal in the 39th minute from Joe Lydon, giving them the lead. But Wigan, a strange-looking outfit. No Ellery Hanley, Dean Bell, Henderson Gill, Sean Wayne, or the suspended Goodway. But international Joe Lydon returns to the centre, and all the doubts around the half-back Sean Edwards and Andy Gregory have been cleared. And have they needed them? For Bradford, although they've lacked a few stars, yet nevertheless they've really been full value for their money. They've lacked Paul Harkin at scrum half. We felt that he would be the boy to motivate them and prod the forwards ever forward. But in deputy Andy Robinson, they certainly had a good scrum half. But the real problem from the Bradford side, well, they came. Carl Furbank, Brendan Hill, Kelvin Skerritt, big men, 17-stone men. They relish these heavy conditions. And we must keep an eye also on Steve McGowan and Gary Mercer. 15 tries between them in the centre. But a very, very difficult match in prospect. To me, Alec, I think one try could possibly settle this cup tie.
Yes, and I think at half-time, Barry Seaborn, the Bradford coach, will be very, very happy with this score. Wigan had a penalty right on half-time, and it was very dubious indeed. But Bradford will be very confident. They've got a very, very strong wing down this side, and it wouldn't surprise me if we didn't see Bradford pumping the ball down the field.
And referee Brian Simpson had a very good first half, just 2 seasons in the Grade 1.
But they're probably putting a past too many into every move.
I think one of the problems with these tap penalty moves, Alec, for Wigan, they keep coming back into this big way Bradford Northern pack.
Yes, and there's no way you can do that. But saying that, Ray, Wigan look a lot sharper this half. They're certainly moving the ball about and they're supporting the man a lot better.
Bradford, very good stayers in the Silk Cup Challenge Cup competition. The last 6 years they've either got to the quarter-final 4 times or the semi-final. They've been there once. 16-1 outside bet for this cup competition. And certainly these big forwards relish this heavy ground here. We've had torrential rain for 48 hours.
Apologies about the loss of pictures there from Central Park in Wigan. While we're getting the plug back together, let's give you a couple of late racing results.
First, the 220 Doncaster went to number 1 Bob Tisdall, 16-1. Second, number 9 Suggest, 15-2. Third, number 15 Fairchild, 16-1. And fourth, number 21 Imperial Champagne, 16-1. And at the 215, first, number 16 Game Show, 33-1. Second, number 18 Isadaya, 11-8 on favourite. And third, number 2 Pit Pony, 13-8. 6 ran.
Power loss at Wigan, I'm told. Of course, we're doing our best endeavours to get that back. A little bit of FA Cup news. No goals yet, but quite a match at Manchester United where United have put Chelsea under the cosh. They got a penalty after just 6 minutes, and Roger Freestone saved splendidly from Brian McClare. Scoreline from Division 2, the match at Portman Road, Ipswich, and rather surprisingly, Ipswich there fallen behind to a Blackburn goal from Scott Sellers after 5 minutes. That's the soccer news as we have it at the moment. I'm glad to say we've also got power back at Wigan. Let's return to that Wigan-Bradford Northern Cup tie.
Yes, and we haven't really missed any action at all, Steve. Just a kick from Wigan, Sean Edwards, just put them back under pressure again, but the ball back to Bradford. And Really, Alec, it needs a touch of genius, I think, to raise this game, doesn't it, from these heavy conditions?
Well, Wigan are looking the sharper of the two sides, Ray, but I would think for Bradford to have any success here, they've used the big six forwards to good extent in the first half, but in the second half, I think to win the match, they're going to have to get the ball out to these two wingmen, Phil Ford, and see whether they can do it for them. Just going in ones and not supporting the man with the ball.
And a knock-on. No advantage. Brian Noble's now got to get up and get in the middle of that scrum. Who'd be a hooker on a day like this? Keith Mumby. And a penalty now. Referee Sean Edwards, the Wigan captain, having a word with the referee, Mr. Simpson, but certainly he won't change his mind now. And this is a chance for Mumby. Not a prolific goal kicker, only got 25 goals this season, but 14 seasons at Odsal. A very calm, phlegmatic lad. The lad who can take pressure. Record number of matches, record number of points, and record number of goals for the Bradford Northern club. Great servant, and I think few goals will count as important as this one. 15 minutes gone in the second half. Bradford trailing 2 points to 0. And rather unusual these days as a kicker, one of the men who point the ball forward and straight on kicker. Oh, it's hit the post. Well, the width of the post. Unlucky there for Keith Mumby, but it should have been over. You can't afford misses like that. Edwards again to Gregory. Hampson linking up well. That's a good ball to Joe Lydon. Oh, but a magnificent tackle from Phil Ford. But the pressure on Northern. Edwards to Gregory. He's got a forward steaming up, going for the line. He's almost over. No, he's held back. Desperation here, and the sixth tackle. Will it be a drop? No, it's not. A lovely little chip through, and Simpson there, panic stations. But the best thing that lad could do, Roger Simpson, no messing about, kicked it dead. I don't think either of these coaches, Graham Lowe or Barry Seaborn, will be bothered as long as somebody gets the point. All well taken by Phil Ford. Nice little chip kick from Gregory. He knows that as long as Bradford have got to take that ball in their own in-goal area, they're dropping the ball out to Wigan. Oh, this is a chance for Wigan to go further. Andy Gregory slips inside to Kevin Iro. Well, has he got the strength? No, just tackle short. But I don't think Wigan will be bothered. As long as they're on that line, it doesn't matter. They're 2 points to 0 in the lead. They're well into injury time. There is the hooter. Tremendous victory by Wigan, somewhat against the odds.
To a ground where witness